Okay, here's part 4. Strength.
The force needed to move an object out of the sun's orbit by 1% is about 1,000 times less than the object's mass. The Earth weighs in just under 6.6 sextillion tons. This means Superman is strong enough to move 6.6 quintillion tons.
But since his solar power can rise infinitely, this is nowhere near his maximum strength.
You're lifting 200 quintillion tons. That's 3 times your record.
Okay, speed.
While being timed by Max Lord, Superman flew to the sun and back in less than 2 minutes. That's 9.4 billion kilometers per hour.
Wow.
Not to mention he was fighting Wonder Stripper the whole time.
True, so it's likely he can go faster. According to Batman, he can fly at least 17 billion kilometers per hour.
And nobody argues with Batman.
Don't argue with Batman, alright?
The Man of Steel can survive
Dirty.
the impact of multiple supernovas, each with about 10 octillion megatons of force.
So Superman's feats and skills are definitively measured. However,
Well, that's
Goku's are not, and are
smart,
difficult to judge.
too.
Not only does Dragon Ball heavily abuse cinematic time,
That's
but
what the
Goku's
Bell
final
people didn't
adventures
think
in
about.
Dragon Ball GT are incredibly inconsistent due to his untimely transformation into a child.
Wow, the room got a lot bigger somehow.
As Ki is
Okay.
dependent on the physical body, his child form likely could not handle his own Ki, sending his power into flux.
It can't take it. It's too weak. My older body was more
That's
developed.
like galactic
And
football.
obviously we're not
I'm not
using
sure
a
about
future
that.
Goku, because that would require a ridiculous amount of assumptions. Not to mention
Okay.
we'd have to use future Superman, who's pretty much God. So like Superman,
Right.
we need to judge Goku in his prime.
After experimenting with dozens of different theories, we discovered an ironclad method to finding Goku's limits, which we call the gravity formula.
Gravity
based around his training in
formula?
increased gravity. Due to his style
each
of
Dragon Ball
training and
scenes
Saiyan
asks
heritage,
that
Goku
question.
increases
What is
his
Dragon
abilities
Formula?
proportionate to the amount of force he trains under.
Saiyans are born with a unique ability to fight anywhere.
While in base form, Goku could lift just under 40 tons. This is equivalent to 586 times normal Earth gravity, which we will use in the gravity formula alongside the Super Saiyan power increases to calculate Goku's maximum potential.
Let's take a look at his strength.
Multiplying the 40 tons by the Super Saiyan forms means he can lift up to 160,000 tons in Super Saiyan 4. Strong enough to pick up a continent. Or my ex-wife.
Speed.
Right after Goku trained on King Kai's planet, which has gravity 10 times stronger than Earth's, he flew across Snake Way Road as fast as possible to save his friends. It took him 28 hours. Impressive, since that's 1 million kilometers
Okay,
long.
he needs
Except
plenty
it's
of
filled with curves, and Goku
sleep,
flew straight
too.
over it. So how far did he actually travel? By comparing Goku's height to a single spike, we can measure each curve. We can then remove those curves from the overall length. So it turns out Goku actually flew 307,000 kilometers, nearly 11,000 kilometers per hour.
To see how fast his base form is by the end of the series, we run the Snake Way number through the gravity formula to find that his top speed clocks in at over 2.5 billion kilometers per hour, over 2 times the speed
Maybe
of light.
fast. Let's see his
We can
durability.
determine Goku's durability through this bomb, which the brilliant Dr. Gero designed to kill Goku at age 25, when his maximum potential was Kaioken times 4.
That was intended for Goku.
It was intended to be a last resort.
Scans of the bomb display a TNT measurement of 657.
Did Goku try to
Bulma
take
says
the bomb
could
out
destroy
before the
Earth,
fight?
So this is likely measured
No.
in quadrillion megatons, since it takes at least 53 quadrillion megatons of force to destroy the Earth.
So in his final form, Goku can survive up to nearly 35 sextillion megatons.
Goku doesn't rely solely on his physical abilities. He amplifies his strength and durability with Ki.
But even though his Ki reserve cannot be measured, we can determine his maximum output. See, his Ki attacks do not force him backward unless he allows them to.
Even when firing upward at full power, the ground beneath him remains untouched.
Therefore, according to
Okay.
physics, his maximum output is at most equal to the amount of force he can withstand.
Luckily, we just calculated that with the Gero bomb.
Okay, now let's compare them.
Alright, now that we've determined Goku's maximum potential, let's compare it to Superman.
Holy shit! Not even close.
Now, we can keep throwing feats and equations around, but in the end, numbers cannot measure what Goku and Superman are capable of. They are both
Right.
ultimate heroes, solutions to daunting problems, and achievers of the impossible. The difference is at the core of their character. Goku has never been invincible. He has very clear limits and must overcome those limits to solve the problems at hand. That's the whole point.
Right.
On the other hand, Superman's story is not about the fight to become the best, but of an immigrant facing the challenge of home versus heritage. After accepting his alien side, Superman has reached his full potential, which under the endless power of the sun is essentially limitless. In short, Superman is as strong as he needs to be. So what happens when you pit a man with the power to break any limits against another who has no limits in the first place?
I don't know.
Well, only one has limits to give at all.
Goku just can't keep up with a Man of Steel.
The winner is Superman.
Brilliant job, Superman. So, that's it for this Death Battle review. Tune in our next Death Battle review. It's the battle of two giant monsters, Godzilla versus Ghidorah. And stay tuned on my new series called Survivor Series. Unlike Death Battle, we don't kill characters, we knock them out. Stay tuned on our first episode, Sonata Dust from My Little Pony, Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks versus Snatch Shot from Skylanders Trek Team. Stay tuned on the next Death Battle review. Bye bye!